Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can export one or more worksheet from a specific Google Sheet file to PDF. This is really useful because a lot of us use Google Sheet as a backend of our processes, meaning we enter data, we generate reports, we do calculation in Sheet, and sometimes we want to export those reports to PDF and send it to our client, customers, students, etc. Now let's get it started. For our demo purpose, I'm using this out-of-the-box Google Sheet template which Google provides. So if you look at it, we've got this is for a class of students. You've got grades here. You can enter grade for each student, and you get an overview of the class. And also you can do individual. You can have a look at the individual report for a specific student by changing this column, this cell. Now, to get started, I just want to show you how you can export, say, this specific view to PDF. Now, let's get it started. Go back here. I've already created a flow. Now, there's an action here. If you search for it, called export to PDF. This is specific one you want to select, and I'm going to rename it export overview to PDF. Let's just start configuring it. The file. This is the file, and it's asking me where do you want to store it. I've said go here. I've already created a folder. And what do you want to call the output? I'm going to call it overview.pdf. And here is asking me which specific sheet you want to export to PDF. You can pass in ID or the sheet name to the action. I'm going to go and say PDF overview. It also gives me the flexibility to configure many other aspects of the PDF file. For example, I can configure the size. By default, I guess it's A4. You can configure it to any specific ones, or you can say you want it to be portrait or landscape, or you can even configure to export a specific range. For example, you can say A2 to D5 if you want to only export a specific range. If you don't specify it, it goes and exports the what do you call it, the worksheet itself. Now I'm happy with this one. Let's give it a go. Let's quickly show you how it works. I'll do a test run, start a new instance. Let's go there. Yeah, the PDF file shows up. Let's have a look. And as you can see, it has exported the worksheet that we have specified. I'm going to delete this again. Let's go back here. Now, this is quite handy, extremely handy actually, because then you can also email it directly to the audience that you intended to email it to. Now, but the actual power of Zenphi comes in, for example, in this situation. Imagine we want to generate a report and send it to each student. So in the report, we want to include this overview of the class, and also for the specific student, we want to include the individual result as well. So we have to update this one by one for each student. In this case, there's 3, but there could be as many as needed. And then, so this the charts gets updated, as you can see, and we want to include it in the report. And also, I'm using Google Docs, again, just a template Google Docs, as an overview for the report for that specific class. I've just got one token here. You can put as many as you want. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to generate one of these per student. And generate up one of these per students, and I also will do an overview for everyone, and for each student I'm going to merge all the 3 so it becomes one PDF file and send it to the student. Now let's get it started. So first thing I want to do, I still want to do the overview. I keep this action as is. So next thing, I need to get a list of students. So I go and say read rows. So just a recap, I want to get a list of students from here, basically, row 6 onward. Let's go here. So I'm going to fast forward this to configure the action. Okay, I've configured the action. Now the next step is to loop through the each student. So we've got a list of students. So here we say for each student. So these are the actions we want to perform for each one of the students. So let me configure this and say for each student. First thing we want to do is we want to generate a report, one of these documents per students. So I'm going to do that as well. Generate document using template. Again, you must have seen this before. I'm going to quickly configure the action. Now that I've configured the report action, generate report. I say generate report for student, and now what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to update record, I guess. Update row. So basically what I want to do here for each student, I want to update this value, which is B4, I believe, and generate export this to PDF then. So and once I have done that, now I want to export it to PDF. So basically, let me do this. Let me come here, copy the action, paste it here. Now this one, update individual report to PDF. And for this one, I'll use the student name. And this one I say, go and export it in landscape mode. Sorry, this one I should select individual report, and here I should say student name. Okay, now I'm gonna save this. Okay, let me actually rename this to student dash individual report.pdf. Okay, now that we have exported all the 3 items that we want for each student, we need to merge them to create one report. In order to do that, since we've stored this document in Google Drive, I just need to read the document back from Google Drive using this action. I'm going to say go to my Google Drive and read back this document. I say get and I need to do the same. So for the overview document that we have generated for this one, I go back and say go and read this information. Report. Now you've got all the 3. Next action is to go and search for merge documents, and it's asking us which documents you want to merge. I said first go and where is the generate report, get the PDF file from here, then insert the overview documents that we've got, file content, and finally insert the individual report for the student. And once you've done that, give it a name. I use the student name dash final report dot pdf, and the last step is to save it to Google Drive. And you can also attach it or attach it to the to an email and just send an email. But in this case, I'm just going to upload it to a Google Drive folder. I've already created a folder called Final Reports. I'm going to upload it there. Let's save and do a test run. Start a new instance. Yes. So just to recap, first step, we're gonna export the overview to PDF. Overview tab to PDF, which we've got. This is going to be shared across all the students. Then we read the list of students from this tab, grades, from here. And for each one of those students, we want to generate an instance of this report and export it to PDF. So let's see, it must have done it, and it's done it for first student, as you can see. It's done it for our first student. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the individual report for each student as well. So this is for John Doe, and it's got it for this other student as well, Jane Daria. And the final step here was to merge the tree and save it to this folder. So if I go to the folder called Final Report, you can see all the three are done. So if I go here, we have done it. I probably am reading the wrong, setting the wrong information here, but if I scroll down, you can see we get an overview, a page for the overview, and a page for Mary. This was for Mary. If I go to John Doe, if I scroll all the way down, you see the overview page is shared, and this is just how this specific student is performing, and the same for the third student. If I scroll all the way down, and you can see how she is performing. Now this is, in this example, we use it for students, but it can be for your employees, for your clients, for your customers, for anyone that you want to have any type of reports. Well, hopefully that that shows you how quickly you can put really labor-intensive task on autopilot and create a better experience for yourself and for the or your audience you're interacting with. So thank you very much for your time, and please reach out if you've got any questions or suggestions.